Hello, Mixtresses and Mixters. This is Mixtress Ray. You're watching Mixtress video. Okay, another pick-a-pile. I feel like I should maybe apologize to the people that are still here that are used to me not doing pick-a-pile readings all the time. Because I know, pick-a-pile readings are like a love it or hate it kind of thing. So thank you for sticking around if you have. Right now, I'm like every video I try to make that isn't a pick-a-pile reading, I am rejecting right now because I go through these phases in my life where I feel like I'm getting too personal with things. And I'm in that phase right now. And so every time I try to talk about anything, I don't know, I don't feel weird about giving you guys little reviews here and there of decks that I like or that I'm discovering, that I'm working with, whatever. But I don't know, just everything else right now is feeling personal. So, I mean, I'm still getting personal on my, Patreon. It's not, interesting stuff. It's not like I'm going through anything interesting right now, necessarily. But I'm just feeling like this is what I want to do right now. So, and now that you guys, the hotspot, it worked. It worked. I was able to upload a video in less than 2 hours last night when it usually takes 16. So right now, I'm going to celebrate by doing a pick-a-pile reading 24 hours after the one I just did. Let's get into it. I did not lint roll beforehand, so, fur is on my t-shirt, but whatever, who cares? Okay. Are you guys ready? I think I'm going to light incense today, too, so let's get into the ceremony of the whole thing. You can already see what your pick-a-piles are. It's either Pile 1, Wild Unknown, Pile 2, Moon Baby Tarot, and Pile 3, Pulp Girls Tarot. And that is a gigantic flame. So I'm going to cut it right now. Don't worry, guys, I'm a professional. I've been doing candle surgery since before some of y'all were born. I love saying shit like that. That's one of the fun things about getting older. Sometimes, I'll play Mario Kart with my niece and nephew. And I'll say things like that. I've been playing this track since before you were born. Which is true. Of Super Mario and Nintendo 64. That's another thing I've been doing with my time lately, guys. Total self-care over in the Mixtress household. A lot of Mario Kart, a lot of pick-a-pile readings. Okay. Are you ready? Let's start with Pile 1. Okay, this is fun. I use Wild Unknown a lot more in the spring than any other part of the year. Guys, beverage of the day, a Pepsi. It's so good and so bad for you, but tonight is the night that I would normally be hanging out with my mom, but I don't get to tonight. And so Thursday nights are usually my cheat night, and I allow myself to have a Pepsi because it is one of my vices in this life. Okay. See, I say, things are getting too personal for me, and then I start. in the context of doing readings for you guys, I feel like I can get really personal, but like I just regular ass videos right now, I'm not feeling it. So this is what I'm doing. I hope it's okay. I am losing some subscribers, but you know, you got to do what you want to do, and that's important. That I've always done that. That's why my channel is named after me. It's not, you know, it's not named after the thing that I talk about, and I'm still talking about tarot. It's just I'm actually reading it for you guys. And I know that's unpopular, but I gotta stop saying that and just stop apologizing for it and just do it, because I love doing it. So here I am. And if you came to this video, it's probably because you like pick-a-pal readings and you're like, what the fuck? Who doesn't like pick-a-pal readings? A lot of people don't like it. Okay, this is looking beautiful. I am liking the aesthetic today. Cool. Okay, and then I've got Oracle decks. Oracle decks. I ordered a new one, guys. Okay, well that one is already, I don't know, that one, I don't think that counts. Because I wasn't even shuffling yet, really. Okay. What are we going to talk about today for pile 1? Vintage wisdom, let me know. There's a storm going on outside. I hope you guys can hear it. It is very rainy. We're under like a flood warning or something. Which means I'm going to be, I don't know, I think I get a lot done on my days off, and I do have another day off tomorrow, and there's a lot that I should be doing, but I think it's going to be another, like, recuperation day, you know? I've been needing more of those lately. I'm reading a book right now called Unmasking Autism, and it's talking about how exhausting it is for neurodivergent people to like wear the mask when they are around other people, in public, at work. And it's so validating because like I have always had such a hard time with that. I mean, I didn't conceptualize it necessarily as masking, but that's a perfect word for it. It's one of the reasons why I only work part-time, because I'm a customer servant, and it's really hard to have the customer service persona on for an entire, 7-hour shift, 8-hour shift, whatever. It's incredibly draining to me, and it, in other people's eyes, I look lazy because I'm only working part-time. And like, I can't usually socialize after work. I can't even socialize while I'm at work, even though I'm good friends with a lot of the people that I work with, because it's like, I'm a totally different person when I'm at work. Anyway, I said I didn't want to get personal, and now I'm getting very personal. I hope that's okay for, like, I know people in pick-a-pile readings don't normally, like, get personal. What else can we use? I have this Kali Oracle here. Already going against my 12 decks, 1 menstrual cycle challenge that I set up for myself like 4 days ago. It's already over. That's fine. It's like I like to tell myself I'm going to do these things, and most of the time I'm just going to do it for a few days, and that's it. Because I use a lot of decks. I really do. I use a lot of decks every single day, usually. Which is one of the reasons why I like doing pick-a-pile readings, because I can pick 3 different tarot decks and use a bunch of different oracle decks all at once. Chamunda. Okay. Let's get into your reading finally, Pile 1. Thanks for listening to all that babbling. You guys are sweet, if you did. Guess I could just leave the lid off my bottle. I don't have to keep unscrewing it. I'm so weird. Okay. You got 7 of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Six of Wands. 2 of Swords. And Father of Swords. Okay. Okay. Oh, and this, I was going to let Vintage Wisdom choose your topic for tonight. Harmony. This card has come up in like 3 different readings I've done for people in the last week. Yeah. I think this is the 3rd. So some of y'all are getting this card over and over. And it's just an emphasis that harmony is the thing that you most need in your life right now. Peace. If you are finding yourself in a chaotic work or home life environment, this is a call to harmonize it in whatever way you can, because you're in a reassessment phase right now, because you're starting to focus on you. I feel like you have, this is like what you've already done. I'm seeing this side as being sort of the past events, kind of. Like you have taken the time to withdraw and shut out the outside world and figure out how you feel about things, and you've told yourself some hard truths. You've already been pretty clear with yourself about what is needed in your life. And you're starting to rise above the chaos. You're starting to harmonize your life because you're reprioritizing on yourself. Reprioritizing your life. Structuring it more around you and what you want instead of always being there for others. I'm getting a very like selfless mom vibe from you. Let's see what your Kali card says. Chamunda. Knowing what to allow and what to fight for or against requires wisdom. Chamunda is the fearlessness, wisdom, patience, and discipline required to conquer a difficult situation. Chamunda is the power to accomplish what you need and desire. So yeah, here you are accomplishing what you desire. She is with you now. Her presence now portends a truly exceptional breakthrough on your path. Ooh, that's exciting. Someone is laughing at you. Larkspur, exorcism. Girl, you need an exorcism. Or boy, you need an exorcism. Every single night, Fiona Apple. That's your song. Every single night, I endure the flight of little wings of white flame, butterflies in my brain. These ideas of mine percolate the mind. Sorry, I won't do the whole thing. Every single night. Okay, wait. I endure the flight of little wings of white flamed butterflies in my brain. Every single night's a light with my brain. Every single night's a fight with my brain. I just want to feel everything. I just want to feel everything. Every single night's all right. Every single night's a fight. And every single fight's all right with my brain. So this is a very Nine of Swords mentality right here. But it's about seeing that anxiety through to the resolution, you know, because the song starts with her describing her anxiety as trapping her, as her body trapping her, as her mind trapping her. And she's saying every single night's a fight, but she wants to feel everything. Every single night's a fight, every single fight's all right. And I like this because this helps you push through that Nine of Swords mentality, right? To know that, and it's something that I like to tell myself about the Nine of Swords, is like, yeah, you might be having a sleepless night, you might be anxious, you might be having nightmares, all of that stuff, but it's your mind's way of working through a problem. And if you see that through, you will get to a solution. If you think it through, if you face it, if you go into it, this is what shadow work is, investigating why you have the thoughts that you have and connecting them to your emotions. I think that's where the harmony is. And you also need to be able to laugh at yourself. I am going to read the guidebook because I always do with this deck because it's so much fun. Someone is laughing at you. Certain people in the environment are unaware of the true significance of your activities. Actually, I don't know what this card means, nor am I laughing. Or perhaps you really are doing something absurd. That's really what it says, guys. So, this is just an air of, this is a vibe of confusion, of like whimsy, of maniacal laughter. It's about having fun. Life is not so fucking serious, you know? Truly. We're taking it too seriously. You've been taking it too seriously for a while. And as you reassess, you are finding, hopefully you are already finding that. I want to get an answer to, it's funny, my own oracle decks tend to confuse me. So obviously they're not that well thought out. Oh my god. I love my plant deck, but I suspect that if I were not me and buying it, I would be a little confused. So thank you to anyone who bought it and felt confused and was kind enough to not call me on that shit. So we're asking why. What do you need an exorcism from? Four of Wands. Okay. So what, like, family gatherings or... Okay. I'm getting like a family gathering ritual, particularly if it's something like you and your family, you always meet on a certain day of the week or something. Either somebody in that group, in that sort of ritual space, even if it is just you meet with the same people every Friday at noon or whatever. Whatever, it's like, I'm getting this as like, it's a weekly ritual for you, or monthly, but probably more often than monthly because somebody in that group in particular is poisoning the rest of the group and they specifically need an exorcism. Or throw some larkspur at them, man. No, I'm just kidding. Or it is that the group itself needs to kick someone out of it, or the actual gathering needs to be reorganized, restructured. Maybe y'all always meet at your dad's house or something and it's just not working anymore. It's time, like, y'all have expanded enough that his house is too small and it's time to switch to, you know, the rich aunt's house or whatever. That feels personal because I have a rich aunt. Anyway, this is just I think this is a call to restructure a regular event. Maybe somebody needs to be kicked out of book club. You know, something like that. I think that's what that is. And you might have to be the one that tells them. Because you need harmony in your life. What was this saying again? Knowing what to allow and what to fight for. So choose your battles. Her presence now portends a truly exceptional breakthrough on your path. yeah, choose your battles. You may not be the one that needs to confront the person that you need to kick out of book club or whatever it is, but maybe you need to start the conversation. That could be why the Father of Swords is here. Maybe you're meant to begin the conversation about like, hey, this isn't working the way that it should be working. Do we need to meet at a different place? Do we need to meet at a different time? Is there a certain person here that is ready to go that hasn't said so yet? If so, we'll all be better off if you're happy. I had that situation kind of play out in the last year or so. There was a member of our book club that had been really unhappy for a long time, and she finally chose to stop coming. And it was good because she had been over it for a really long time, and she was bringing a bad vibe to the rest of the group. So, like, no hard feelings, but she needed to go. And I was proud of her for finally making that decision because it was the best thing for her and everyone else because she wasn't happy there anymore. You know what I mean? So it's not necessarily that, like, somebody is a bad person, but, something might need to change, is all I'm saying. So, don't take it too seriously. Choose your battles. Maybe if you do need to confront somebody, do so with compassion and kindness and kind of step a few steps in, then let the dust settle, then come back and, like, don't explode with all of it at once. You know what I mean? Although this song is kind of about exploding with it all at once, going all in. I mean, maybe there's a way for you to go all in with yourself, but don't necessarily expect, I think that's why this is here. Don't expect everyone else to be ready to go all in the way that you can, because you have an exceptional quality to get to the root of issues. Not everybody can do that. Okay, that is pile 1. But you're going to be victorious. For sure. Pile 2. Moon Baby Tarot. This one's in order, so I'm going to need to shuffle a lot. So talk amongst yourselves. Discuss how Sour Patch Kids are neither Sour Patches nor are they kids. Spirits that haunt this house, tell me, what was we talking about? I think I must be like extra hard on cards because I'm like creasing a lot of decks lately. I think that just happened with this one. It's nice cardstock, but it's a little bit inflexible. Okay. I have to close my eyes with this deck and I forget because I'm too familiar with this deck. I know the pictures. Okay, there we go. See, I would have tried to skip over that one because this dude's too butch for me. So I had to close my eyes. So I'm glad that I did. Kundalini Shakti. Significant inner shifts are taking place. Energies are beginning to move in new ways. You may feel that resolution is hard to pin down at this time. Lean into unfamiliar territory with boldness, tempered by patience. You will become capable of many things on many levels that you were not capable of accomplishing previously. You shall arise. A fresh path is signified. Getting this all over the place, guys. We have an opportunity right now. There's a lot of astrological shit happening. Pluto just moved into Aquarius today as I record this. Thursday, the 23rd. So, it's big shit, man. Revolutionary shit. We are all at this sort of like, everything's just on fire right now. The path is, I don't know. It's like new paths are being forged. We have an opportunity to really, I'm feeling just like intensely positive about the shifts that are happening right now. And I don't even understand it all. I bought 2 astrology books in the last week, which is big for me because I don't usually even buy books because I want to understand it all. I want to actually finally learn planets and houses and all that stuff. And it's just going to bring more, hopefully more information that I can give you guys during these readings, you know? Because I still don't know. I don't have all the astrology of all the cards memorized in the tarot. I have a lot of it, but not all of it. I think you're going to have 2 Vintage Wisdom cards, actually. Pile 2. Even though they don't want to come. Okay, there's one. And there's the other. Okay. Kindred spirits and ancestors. Okay, well, I feel like we are talking about past lives, I guess, is what I'm feeling. Like somebody that was a kindred spirit in a past life has re-entered your life. No trips without a tripper. Okay. Policy of truth, Depeche Mode. You had something to hide. Should have hidden it, shouldn't you? Now you're not satisfied with what you're being put through. It's just time to pay the price for not listening to advice and deciding in your youth on the policy of truth. You will always wonder how it could have been if you'd only lied. It's too late to change events. It's time to face the consequence for delivering the proof in the policy of truth. Okay. What is this again? Significant inner shifts are taking place. You shall arise. Fresh path is signified. Energies are beginning to move in new ways. Okay. I'm not sure how policy of truth fits in yet. I'll just keep uncovering the cards before I start telling you how I feel about that. Anise, you are strange and beautiful. Just a little affirmation there. You are strange and beautiful. She's quite peculiar. 8 of Swords. The Star. Queen of Wands. Who is she though? Ace of Cups. And 2 of Swords again. Okay. If you get out of your own way, you will make way for yourself to really, like, so cliche to say this in the presence of the Star card, but if you get out of your own head, you will make way so that you will shine so bright that you will attract the love that you seek. You will appear as this very vital, very sexy, very charismatic Queen of Wands to whomever or whatever it is that you want. You will be handed what you want. And I don't know if the Ancestors card here is because you in particular have a connection to ancestors. If you are a person that speaks to your ancestors to ask for what you want, now is a good time to do so. Or one of your ancestors could be coming back into this life to meet you as a kindred spirit. And maybe this is that meeting. That could also be what's happening here. But it's going to take... I'm almost seeing the policy of truth and the 2 of Swords. I think maybe don't reveal the whole truth to someone right now. So you probably know what the situation is. And the thing about the policy of truth, to me, this song always speaks pretty personally to me because I really was like pathologically truthful growing up. But I have learned as an adult trying to mask in a neurotypical society, I have learned how to curate my truth. So it's not entirely truthful, but it's a way for me to set boundaries in my life with neurotypical people. So sometimes when we decide to tell the truth to someone, we are doing so to absolve ourselves of guilt, and we're actually making them feel worse. So it's up to you to know when to tell the truth. And I think it's always, if you can ask yourself, are you doing this in service of love towards the other person? And this can get tricky because you can really talk yourself into some immoral activity with this idea. I'm not suggesting that you do that. I am suggesting only that you not tell the truth to such an extreme degree that you're hurting other people unnecessarily. That's all I'm saying. You don't have to speak absolutely everything aloud. Or if there's something that you really need to reveal to someone, give yourself a minute to collect yourself before you present the information to them. Because I'm getting this vibe that if you go at it impulsively, you're going to say some things that you regret. And we've got these 2 blindfolded people here, bookending what is otherwise some beautiful, vibrant, bright, happy energy. So if this is the course of a relationship, it's like it started off bad and it's ending bad. Which that's not how I see the Two of Swords. I don't see it as bad. Okay, let's get... I want to get a clarification on, is this string of cards on the top time-based, or is it more concepts as a part of a whole? Okay. Kind of both. I think you have to answer the question for yourself, which ones of these cards relate to the time that you were asleep versus the time that you woke up. Well, we all have emotional comas in our lives, I feel. So if you have just recently woken up from what you might call a coma in your life, psychologically, emotionally, which of these cards do you personally associate with being asleep versus being awake? I mean, to me, like, the two blindfolded cards are the asleep. Whereas the eyes, well, yeah, her eyes are open. Whereas the eyes are open in these other two cards. And, you know, you get to choose. Are your eyes open to the love that's being offered to you? In whatever form it's being offered to you, whether it be from an actual person or not. And it could even be that, like, an actual ancestor has come to you and is trying to get your attention, is trying to give you advice, is trying to let you know that the path forward doesn't have to be so difficult. Let's read this No Trips Without a Tripper card. Number 25. Sorry, but if you don't do it, it won't happen. Most ego trips require some sort of ego. Strictly speaking, the tripper is not separate from the trip. If you don't do it, it won't happen. There you go. You have more control over the situation than you think you do. So if there's something that you feel, you feel trapped in a mindset because you feel like, I'm almost getting the vibe that, like, someone in your life is telling you you have to disclose a particular thing to someone. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. I'm not trying to categorically say lie to someone in your life or don't disclose something. Like, if that person genuinely has a right to know, you know if they have a right to know or not. You know what I mean? But if you're disclosing something to them for your own benefit only, that's when I would caution against it. If it's just going to completely obliterate them, ask yourself why you want to do that to them. Why do you want to do that to them? But whichever path you take, go towards your healing and your, like, fucking passions and love. Walk the path of love. God, sometimes the things that come out of my mouth are so cheesy, but you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying. I really think you do. So that's pile 2. Now we're ready for pile 3 with Pulp Girls Tarot. Look who's right there on top. Queen of Wands. Take a sip of my Peepsy. haven't used this deck in a minute. I mean, I just got it like, I don't know, 2 months ago maybe. And I just haven't used it in a couple weeks and I kind of missed it. She's like the standout deck this year so far, I think. I mean, I have liked everything that I've chosen to get this year. Unless I immediately returned it. But she's a standout. She is a standout. Oh, there's an extra card under there. I didn't know it was there. We're going to let that extra card decide the topic for pile 3. 7 of Pentacles. Again. So you also, much like pile 1, or you're the same person, welcome back, if so, or thanks for staying, you're in a reassessment period of your life. Same as pile 1. Okay. There you go. Got some heart chakra shit going on here, I think. Because it's green and it's in the heart space, right? That's what that means, right? I sounded so knowledgeable for a second, right? Anahata Kali, your heart cannot be contained or constrained by what has taken place in your life. Your heart wisdom and empowerment is growing, and soon you shall have the wisdom and courage to accomplish something significant to your soul journey. Trust in the invisible workings of divine love in your life. Let your heart be at peace as it guides you onward. Okay. Let your heart be at peace. And that's just another, like, it seems so basic, but it is an energy that keeps coming back over and over again lately in my readings that I've been doing. It is extremely important that you enjoy your life, that you be doing things that light you up. You know, like when you're talking about the things that you enjoy about your life, you should be getting very animated. Your eyes should be lighting up because that energy is contagious. And if you can bring that to your own life, I almost feel like you need to be told, if you can bring that to your own life, then you can bring it to others as well. Because again, much like pile 1, you've been focusing on other people's comfort and happiness for too damn long. It's time to focus on yourself. It's such an interesting vibe that I'm getting. It's almost like all these selfless moms are watching this today, and I don't think I usually get the selfless mom energy on my channel, but I'm feeling it right now. And you're nice to be around because you want me to be okay right now. And I thank you for your sweetness. But we're talking about you right now, babe. Talking about you. The Oracle deck that I ordered is another one. It's not aesthetically similar to this, but thematically I think it is. So I can have something different to be the like basic keyword of our readings. I'm buying a deck for the channel, guys. I'm like a real tarot reader now. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to scooch a little bit. Okay, let's just go left to right, top to bottom. Take another sip. Other tarot readers be like, oh, I'm drinking some beautiful flower water right now. I'm so spiritual. And I'm over here drinking Peepsy. Knight of Wands. Yep. You're on fire. You're on fire. Eight of Swords. Just like pile 2. Nine of Wands. Two of Wands. And Page of Pentacles. Only by Nine Inch Nails. We just had this card last week. I guess I should, not take for granted that you saw that already. I have a lot of thoughts about this particular song, like I do every song in my Oracle deck. Let me just read the lyrics for you. I'm becoming less defined as days go by, kind of drifting into the abstract in terms of how I see myself. Sometimes I think I can see right through myself. Less concerned about fitting into the world, your world that is, because it doesn't really matter. No, it doesn't really matter. None of this shit doesn't really matter anymore. Yes, I am alone, but then again, I always was, as far back as I can tell. I think maybe it's because you were never really real to begin with. I just made you up to hurt myself. And it worked. Yes, it did. There is no you. There is only me. Okay, sorry. I really shouldn't get this deck out in front of other people. Okay. Fennel. Renewal. Seven of Pentacles. Stop. Hope. Okay, so we've got this sort of existential crisis, turning 40 situation right here. Because I'm highly identifying with this in my life right now, and I just turned 40, and Trent Reznor was turning 40 when he was writing the album that this song is on. And it's highly reflected in the lyrics of that album. It's the album with teeth, in case you're interested. So what are we stopping? What is the stop? I think the stop is in conjunction with these two cards. Because it's like, here's where you're trapped in a mindset, right? That's what Eight of Swords is all about. You're trapped in a mindset. You're looping around and around and around. And you are tired. You're very tired. So if you stop and look around, I think you'll find you standing on the precipice of having two paths to follow. And you're wearing a fucking fabulous dress and some pretty badass Wonder Woman boots, and you're ready to take on the world. You just have to choose a direction. And the direction is where your passion lies. Go towards what will renew your energy. Go towards what will help you engage with life again. Because this is absolutely not the context in which this card showed up last week. But right now I'm seeing it in more of an apathetic way. Especially this first part. I'm becoming less defined as days go by, kind of drifting into the abstract in terms of how I see myself. So it's like you've been fading from your own view. You've been becoming soft focus when it's time to take it back to, and it's almost like once you do, and I think you're already at the point where you're sort of stopping and looking around at your life. Again, it's like you're waking up from a coma, which was a theme in the last reading, or in pile 2. It's like now that you are stopping to look around, things are coming into focus, and you're kind of asking yourself, how the fuck did I get here? So it's like you rode into this mindset. You don't define yourself as this person that gets caught in a situation where someone's being disrespectful towards you. You're not this person. It's like something weird happened in the last few years. And suddenly you're looking around going, oh, what the fuck? I blew up my life. Or maybe you didn't blow up your life, but maybe you started walking down a path that does not make sense to you. If you haven't sort of had this wake-up call moment yet, it's time to stop and look around and take a second, let everything in your life come into focus so that you can pivot, redirect, renew. I think you will find hope is available to you. I think you will find ways to reassess your situation, ways to get out of your head and be able to move forward. Like, this is not like obliterating catastrophic shit. This is just, you started going down the wrong path for a minute, but it's time to stop and redirect. Don't let yourself think that just because you started down the wrong path means that you can't turn back. I'm sorry, I gotta say it. There's always time for a U-turn. You? Is this you? Sorry. Yeah, I do want to get a little bit more information on this stop card. I do not time these readings, guys. Like, sometimes, like, one of them will be 10 minutes and the other one's 30, you know? I do not time them. Nine of Swords. Yeah. So, it's like you've been so stuck in anxiety mode that you forgot that you're not that person. You know? Not that you're not an anxious person. Maybe that is the case for you specifically. But if you have always been sort of an anxious person, what I'm saying is you're not this specific person that you have been. There's something off, and you already know that. And it's time to pivot, because as soon as you do, as soon as you let your life come back into focus and you shift a little bit to the right or a little bit to the left, that path is going to open up for you very quickly. This is not a huge shift that needs to be made. When you get the Seven of Pentacles, you're not doing everything wrong. You're doing a lot right, but things need to be readjusted. Okay, yeah, I want to read the stop card. Number 59. Cease being guided by omens. The universe is not entirely in harmony with your will. A psychic jolt can change the flow of events or even rechannel it. Psychic jolt. That's what you need. You need a psychic jolt. So, administer that jolt. Only you can give yourself that. Do we need more? I think we're good. Okay. You guys want to hang out while I put everything back? It's going to be a new feature of my readings. Putting things away. Virgos will love it. You know what I need to do? I added this symbol to the inside of my boxes last week, but I did not do it with Moon Baby. So we can do that right now. Let's see. Let's do purple Sharpie. Or the avocado Sharpie would be good. Okay, this is obviously the pick a pile is over, and now I'm just fucking around, so you can hang out if you want. Fuck around and find out. Okay, I'm gonna add it to this little business card that I taped in here. This is sort of my goodbye when I close a deck, so that it will know that I am done talking. But for now, I will let that dry a little bit. Set it up over here. my 2 decks just get to go in a holder over here, so I will set those down. Oh, you know what? I'll use this time to promote myself, shall I? Okay, so there's a thing called Super Thanks. It's a little heart with a $sign in it that you will see like next to the like button below. That's if you guys want to give me a tip for these readings. I would very much appreciate it. And no pressure. I know, like, you know, I'm broke. I wouldn't necessarily be able to thank someone. I would not be able to thank someone right now. Truly. Okay, put that back. I did already put this back. This needs to go back in its little bag. Where did I put it? Oh shit. I don't know where I put that bag. Probably like on my desk back here. Yeah, okay. So there's that. Also, if you would like to buy a reading from me, here's where like all of my links and shit are, but they're also posted below. And I have an Amazon wish list. I have been putting a few more decks on it recently, because doing all these pick-a-pile readings does make me want to have more visual representations, particularly of Oracle, because I only have 20 Oracle decks total. And it would be nice to have a few more. Like, I don't want to go crazy or anything, but it would be nice to have a few more. So my Amazon wish list is below. Also, I said readings. I said tipping. I also have a Patreon that is really fun for me. I don't, like, provide a shit ton of content because I don't like to have things behind a paywall. There is some, I mean, I have a weekly podcast and a weekly reading over there. And I do rituals at the beginning of every season. So I do have a specific reading / ritual that I did for the spring equinox. And my Patreon information is below. Those 2 decks that you saw, I guess I can get them back out and show you, are available on my Make Playing Cards shop. These 2 decks here, this one is Mixtress Oracle. Half the deck has songs that are really important to me in it, and the other half of the deck is blank, with these designs so that you can fill in your own favorite songs and lyrics. Really proud of that one. And then this is my Magic and Medicine of Plants deck, which is just a plant deck with some little keywords, and I love it. So yeah. I also have a weekly radio show. I broadcast every Friday from 7 to 10 Central Time as my favorite thing that I do, pretty much, even though it's the thing that gets me the least attention. But I love it. Yeah, anyway. I do things on the internet. I also have a Buffy podcast, which I'm about to wrap up. Yeah, I'm getting close to the end. It's bittersweet, for sure. Anyway, that's just some of the other shit that I do on the internet, if you're interested in any of that. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Particularly if you're someone that doesn't usually do the whole pick-a-pile thing, but you're giving it a chance. On my behalf, that's just the biggest compliment ever. So thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one.